I did what you said. I reached out to that marshal that I worked with at OFI. He's all in.
Good. Thanks.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Alike. I decided to do this in like a reverse order here because it definitely wasn't in this order on the episode the way they did this. I wanted to, cause I'm already talking about. I talked about Gibson in the last 3 videos. I figure I'll just continue it here, man. I'm kind of, while my thoughts are aligned the way they are here. But let's talk about. So we're gonna do when Stella and when Stella and Kelly kissed in a scene. We're gonna do that in the next video. Let's talk about Stella's conversation with Kelly about Gibson. So Stella, I did a video on this already. Definitely go back and watch that one. I'll probably have the link to it on the end screen as well towards the end of the video, so y'all could go back and watch it. But I was talking about how Stella found Gibson sitting in the shower, and he let her know he got to leave 51 because he had after he had a real hard talk conversation with Carver about his addiction. He punched the locker, and his knuckles started bleeding. Stella had found like a trail of it leading to the shower area, and that's where she found Gibson at. And immediately Stella's heart broke after that because as a boss, she felt like she really failed Gibson and didn't give him the proper help that she could have gave him. But Stella really shouldn't have blamed herself because she didn't really know about it. Only Carver knew that something was up. Like, Carver was the only one that was really paying attention to him because he had already made that connection, that direct connection with Gibson about his past. And so he knew, and plus Carver's been like that before. Carver had his troubles too. So Carver could relate to Gibson better than anyone else about what he's going through and relapsing and all this other stuff. So, he also didn't want to, like, lose the trust of Gibson because he felt like if he told other people, like, it's like he, told other people about his secret. And I think that Carver really didn't want to lose that trust that he had got from Gibson with him telling him certain aspects of his personal life. So, but we know with Stella, man, she would have went the distance to go help Gibson out if she knew about it, though. Because that would have been the right move, was to tell Stella before it's too late. Because she probably could have fixed Gibson, and Gibson wouldn't have been in the position where he needed to leave to go get help. So they're going to lose him for good because he's leaving 51 for good. So, basically Stella was trying to, talk to Kelly about it. And I'm glad Kelly was there to help her about it. This is where I see Kelly's best aspect as a character. And we were talking about this last week. Who was I talking about this with last weekend? Hold on, let me try to find it. Let me see, so I can shout this person out. Terra Sam Hackley 9120. That user right there. We were talking about the scene where he helped out Maya last week. And we were talking about that's one of the reasons why we love Kelly so much is because Kelly's always willing to go the extra mile to help. Like, that's why him and Stella are like kind of a perfect couple because they do the same thing as far as on the job goes. Like, they will go the extra mile to help their victims and stuff like that, or their patients or whatever. Like, they're gonna go the extra mile. And basically Kelly, tried to calm, Stella down a little bit and let her know that, you're a good boss or whatever. Some people ain't cut out for 51. They learned that today with Lennox and Gibson. Gibson would have been, if he had his addiction under control, he would have been cut out for 51. Lennox definitely not, though. Lennox was definitely not cut out for 51. But I will say this again. And I'm sorry to Violet fans, I gotta blame her right now, but a lot of that had to do with Violet, though. Violet could have been better towards Lennox, and I think a lot of that shit wouldn't have happened if she wasn't being such a hard ass to Lennox. She kind of set the tone early that you're not invited to 51. You're not going to fit into 51. And I felt bad for Lennox because I felt like she was kind of being a bully there with him, and she didn't have to be a hard ass like that. You know what I mean? Like that was not good. But yeah, I think also, but he was paid off by Chief Robinson as well, so he had some intentions to be kind of a shit stormer in there. But yeah, man, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, man. It was some crazy stuff. But Kelly let him know, Kelly definitely kind of helped her calm down about it, so she won't feel too guilty about what happened, man. But again, it was a sad situation, though, man. I'm definitely going to admit that was a sad situation that happened there with Gibson. Gibson should have still been around. I like Gibson, by the way. I was getting used to him like I did with Carver last year. I was getting used to the guy. So for this to go down like it did, man, it definitely hurts. But yeah, it's it is what it is. But I know Stella would have helped her, so Stella shouldn't have felt too bad about it, man. She just didn't know. She didn't know in time, man. By the time she found him, it was already late. It was too late, man. But hopefully Gibson does well, man. It's a shame that he isn't going to be able to stay on the show because I know he had built up that really good connection with Carver, and he was friends with Kylie, man. And at some point they're going to get to the whole Kylie thing where she probably transfers to 51 and becomes a firefighter, man. And he definitely instilled some confidence in her to have confidence in herself to transfer over, because he knew that she wanted to be at 51. He knew like, I know you want to be at 51, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think she was about to consider it because of him. So it's because I felt like those two already had like a brother and sister connection, man. And it's going to be sad to not actually see that take place on the show. So hopefully they reconsider it and bring Gibson back in the future, man. But I don't think they will. But it is a shame. But give me your thoughts on this whole thing, man. We're going to talk about the kissing next, man. Go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this one. After news, the like.